All right, so in your kit, you should have 3 of these. There is 2 bases and then 1 extra in case you would break one. This is a glue dot. Here's this. And this is your string. You should have 2 earrings, 2 jump rings, and 2 earring backers. And you should also have a tapestry needle. Oops, there you go. And that is everything that should be in your kit. If you're missing anything, there is an email address listed on the program instructions for you to email for additional supplies. All right, so the first thing you'll want to do is split your string. All right, so the easiest way that I have found to do this is to pinch the top and pull out strands that are near each other. So you want to pull out 3 strands, and what I do is I stick a clothespin on either end, and that just kind of makes it easier to pull it apart. All right, so once you have your strings separated, you're going to want to get one of your models. Now, I did this one 3 times the size just to show you a couple of things. So if you look at your instructions, you will see the numbers. And starting with 1 to the right of the loop, going around to 24. Now, on this one, it's easier to see these 3 little dots here. Well, I guess they're half circles. Those mark your starting points, okay? And it's not as easy to see them on the small one. So what I like to do is I like to take the glue dot and I kind of just roll it and pinch it in half, right? We'll save the other half for later. And I'm going to put this one on the back of the 15. Okay? So using my bigger model, I am going to show you the 15 is right here. So it's to the right of that dot, that half circle protrusion right there. Yeah. All right, so here we go. I'm just going to put the glue dot, and the glue dot is huge, but it is temporary, and I just find that it is helpful to keep the string in place. You could use some glue at this time to glue it in place, and I do recommend the E6000, but you might need to wiggle with your thread a little bit, so I kind of like to not have it permanently adhered at this point. And I like to use a needle because I find it makes it easier. So I'm just going to thread my needle. Here we go. We have 1 3-thread strand. We're going to attach it behind the 15, right? And it's going to come up behind the frame and go around the 24 position. We're going to put the needle through the frame. So the thread is now behind the frame. And I'm looking for this little bump here. And that is the 8 position. So I'm going to bring it around to the 8 position. the needle is going back through the beginning. Is coming through the center. All right. Now, it is on the 8th, and I'm bringing it over here. I'm going to have to move my glue out a little bit. That is the 16, and again, we're taking it right back through the center. So this is the pattern that you will follow. You will go, now we're moving to the right. So we're going to go to the number 1 position. We're coming back through the center and going to the 9 position. Center. Center. And the 17 position. Center, and we're going up to the 2 position. And you're just going to continue weaving in this fashion until you weave all the way around. Now this is my tail, so I want to make sure that it's not getting attached. Again, so I'm just going to finish this off without it, going back and through, up and around. We're going to go through, and this one we're going to bring back to the number 8 position, and just you can put the glue dot there, or we can go ahead and, now that you've finished, we can go ahead and glue them. So what I'm going to suggest is that you use a glue that is good for both plastic and thread, which the E600 is. There we go. Now this is it does kind of come out in a glop, so I'm just going to put a little here, and I'm going to use my needle point to pick up some of it and put it here and put some over here. The E600 does come in a variety of colors, so just make sure that you are using the clear, because you don't want it to show up. There we go. Okay. Now, I'm just going to let those dry and maybe clean off my needle a little bit. Okay. All right. Once it's dry, you can trim off your hands. Your earring looks like that. I'll probably tuck that in a little bit more, but here's this. And you're going to want a jump ring and your earring hook, right? Okay. Now, the jump ring. I have the jump ring in the pliers, and I've just opened it a wee bit. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to hook my earring in there, and then we're going to hook it through the hoop. And I'm going to pull the jump ring up. Now we are going to use the pliers to close the ring completely. And there you have your earring. And I haven't completed that one yet, but oops. And you will have matching pair. Congratulations, you were finished. As I stated in the instructions, this pattern and idea came from an Instructable and by Penelope Bolnick, and the design for the earrings came from Carolyn Catch at Cuyahoga Falls Public Library in Ohio. If you're interested in making more of these, you can order the earring backings from our 3D printer service, and there is a form online, and I have a link to the form in the instructions. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope you have a good day.